and welcome to Nagaland TV. This is Imli Sanlai Imchun and you're watching Prime Time. I shall now read the news in headlines. Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nefurio, says he is pleased that anti-PP and PF and PJP have come together for an opposition-less government towards achieving a common goal for an early and peaceful solution towards the Naga political issue. Tikir Tribal Council, while speaking to Nagaland TV, boldly states that the Tikir are the original landowners of Shamator village, called Shamator Headquarter, was donated to the government of Nagaland for establishment of an administrative headquarter. Power outage to occur in Dimapur from 18 August, as that there would be shutdown of a transformer at Nagarjun substation. Power supply to several substations or feeder to be affected. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination gives an ultimatum of 30 days to Government of Nagaland to complete the roads in Nagaland at the earliest, to go for an indefinite strike in the state if the government fails to respond. Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport reopened. Airport to remain open till civilians evacuated. 2,500 US troops in Kabul to help in the evacuation. And now the news in details. The Chief Minister of Nagaland, Nefurio, recently tweeted to Twitter and announced he is pleased that the National Democratic Progressive Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Nagaland and Naga People's Front have come together for an opposition-less government towards achieving a common goal for an early and peaceful solution towards the Naga political issues. Power outage to occur in Dimapur from 18 August. The Power Department of Nagaland informs that there would be shutdown of a transformer at Nagarjan substation from August 18 to 20 from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. to facilitate shifting of 20 MVA 132 by 66 kV transformer. Power supply to several substations or feeder would be affected, including Meta substation, Industry substation, Supermarket substation, Referral substation, Medzifema substation, Rangapahar Army substation, Forest Colony substation, Takehu substation and Naharbari Teluku Chekeye L1 kV power grid electrical colony. EE Transmission Division Dimapur, Asangba Tikir appeals all consumers to bear with the inconveniences. Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee held a meeting at Hotel Saramati on Monday, where tribal bodies like Eastern Naga People's Association, Central Nagaland Tribes Council, Central Nagaland Students Association, Rengma and Ziliang were present. They discussed about the issues where Government of Nagaland verbally gave assurance of proper roads, however the government failed to do so. Therefore, on 8 of August 2021, the NFHRCC had given an ultimatum of 30 days, that is still up to 6th of September 2021, to the Government of Nagaland. After a lengthy deliberation, the House unanimously resolved to go for an indefinite strike in the state if the government fails to give a positive response. Thereafter, followed by a press conference with the office bearers of the NFHRCC, where Mr. Supu Chamir, convener, Mr. W. Lemba Chang, General Secretary, and Mr. Chenitang Hamsoi, Assistant General Secretary, highlighted on various issues that has been delaying in competition of the Foothill Road.
It will be all of effect slow down Gorish. Many people are not agreeing with that only because of the workers, because of lockdown. So many movements were, slow down.
Besides the reason that has been given by my two colleagues, there's another one reason. Itu Toya hydro project pra untimely pani release kora pra contractor to be hamper bhi hoise. Kilo reservoir pra iku information na tigena time di any pani release kora pra mid fire foundation dam di technically. That is written complaint among law the issue. For that matter, we have written a letter to the Doyang hydro project also. So these are some reasons why the Doyang bridge construction has been delayed.
Yes, sir. We have one final question. The Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee has already given an ultimatum to the government of Nagaland on 8th of August. And we all know that the 30 days ultimatum expires on 6th of September, as the convener has clearly stated. Now, what is the steps initiated if government fails to respond to the ultimatum served by the committee?
Yeah. Yes, let our secretary say that, because we have resolved today, yes.
Yeah. Yes. In today's meeting, we have resolved one resolution. We have resolved to reaffirm the 7th August resolutions, given a memorandum to the government a 30 days deadline. Second, in the event of the state government failure to respond positively on the Foothill Road Committee representations, the NFSCC and the tribal HOHO along with the student body shall go for an independent agitation as the course of next action.
Tikir Tribal Council, the apex public forum of the Tikir tribe, has clarified on the claims made by L. Toronghokyu chairman Bioresource Mission during his interview with Nagaland TV on the 2nd of August 2021. Tikir Tribal Council, while speaking to Nagaland TV, boldly stated that the Tikir are the original landowners of Shamator village and that the Shamator headquarters was donated to the government of Nagaland for establishment of an administrative headquarters. The council has rejected and challenged the said proposal and apprised Sri L. Toronghokyu, chairman of Nagaland Bioresource Mission, not to mislead the public and divide tribal lines.
Shamator district Sadigim Chongambra Dimain Kurado Amagan Tikergan Gombi Najani. Gombi Hunana. Kile Shamator town Guadu Shamator village Tajigani town Gusha. Shamator village to completely Tiker postes. Aro Tiker areas. Aro Tati Tiker TDC umbrella diase. Shamator village Kando. Two Amagan Malik na hunigana, Malik na janigana, Kon proposal Kusha district. Kon Dimain Kurisha. Amagan na jane. Itugane Shamardo town the district Bonabole to Amagan teacher county secondary has. Aji eku proposal nai Amagan. Eku papana nai. Sadi yim Jongambra Dimain Kurita Gilebi Taikam Malik Noe. Amagan Malikase, teacher kam Malikase. Malik pra eku na janigana, eku na buchigana, Malik pra eku proposal na digana. Bar manu aigana hala kuradu amagan nachane. Amagan taikan je motop na kuribo. Kile Dimain du kurishe gule amagan Shamator district tu amagan teacher recognize pure recognize hoa picheti amagan development tu Dimain kuribo. Aji du amagan stein du teacher laga stein du poila recognition tu government pra hobo lagi ko igana tadi stein ase district lagadu taikan sati yim chongam bra Shamato area bra chichi koile bi amakan na jane taikan malik no hai ami malik ase malik bra na jane gana kon kam kure ase taikan chi phabi ase chi jane ase amakan na jane malik bra eku na jane koi gana itia Shamato village khan bra bi itia complaint bi likhi gana ase amar malik logo na hudi gana Kon Dimain Kurishe, kon proposal Kurishe Kuigana, Hala Utishe, Amar Shamator village Campra. Idugane, Idu Amagan Dikir Laga Steindu, Boiler recognition to government Bra Hobo Lagi. It to Hoa Bichedi, development soap to studying Kuribo, Kuigana, state government logo be Kagos be represented clearly.
Even after securing a good job, it seems there is no end of woes for teachers of Nagaland. This came to fore as Hindi teachers from Dimapur have not received their salaries regularly since 2013. Moreover, the Hindi teachers have not totally received salary since February this year. Speaking exclusively with Nagaland TV, the Hindi teachers Dimapur unit expressed their grievances and dilemma the teachers are facing due to a halt of salary. The teachers unit also urged the members to remain calm till proper verification is over.
First of all, I would like to thank NLTV that they have approached us, the Hindi teachers, 2012, 13 and 15 batches, that they want to know the grievances of our Hindi teachers. So, we amakan laga ini grievances to ami nakami spread kuidiwa ami, so that public also know the truth behind that why the Hindi teachers takhan kinia suffer kuria ase takhan kinia aya ase na. To amakan ke employed kura to 2012 to employed kurise to kura to amakan ita it's going to be 10 years we ase amakan employed kura to amakan 10 years laga majude amakan ek bar bhi amakan regular salary to panai acha thik ase amakan 2012 to employed kuna 2012 lada amakan regular salary paise hole 2013 bra amakan regular salary na paigena aya ase mokan to regular salary na pa to till date ase aru ita last time amakan pa laga koile to amakan February tak paigena ase to February pa do mokan itia February paigena thaka to amakan itia mila da mokan 6 months hule ase 6 months amakan grievances amakan thaki ase man duk paigena ase to amakan government ki kuri ase amakan government ki demand kuri ase amakan laga morom bra amakan laga bi demand to amakan bi janwar to nohoi manu ase family pali ase maiki bacha pali ase family khan ase to apni khan ba morom bra amakan laga bi to duk suk to apni khan ba sai dile bhalo bona gi na as others department khan ke apni khan sa nishna amakan la bi sai dile bhalo bona gi amakan Hindi teachers khan bi family pali ase duk suk ase itu bra apni khan bi to amakan ke morom bra amakan ke itu la as soon as possible apni khan bra itu la solution ekta olai dili to aro pending salary ekla noigina amakan regular salary 10 years we ase regular salary na pai appointment kora to regular prices se guri gina ase apni khan bra amakan ke competitive exam dise hol Nagaland amakan bi competitive exam digana apni khan bra best of the best apni khan bra amakan ke select kora ase apni khan bra amakan la majudi kipa ekta dikha bra hi amakan ke select kore thakibo pare bhal ase ko bra to amakan bhal select kori siguli to apni khan ba kili amakan logo step materially amakan ke behave kuri ase amakan ke to amakan ini government or department ke amakan ur kuri ase ki apni khan morom bra amakan laga ki right ase regular salary to amakan ke as soon as possible amakan ke regular salary dibole try koribi and after that pending salary to itu to paradak amakan ke bi joldi hi release koribi kele gori amakan bi duk kurna aya ase suffer kuri ase amakan aro amakan ke to amakan to select kora do amakan la duty kuri ase but empty stomach amakan bi serve kurubo na paribo itu ko bole ase ami department or government ke ki amakan laga do paradak amakan laga do joldi hi amakan la solution ekta to olai dibi korna itu koi ase thank you
सबसे पहिला हेरो नागालैंड टीवी खान के बिची थैंक्स दे आसे आरो इने आमी खान लगा ग्रीवेंसेस इतो इतिया पब्लिक खान के भी जानि बोले दिबोले पारेगिना आमी खान के इने आमी खान लगा ग्रीवेंसेस तो शेयर करोले टाइम दिया करने नागालैंड टीवी खान के भी थैंक्स जनाई दे आसे आरो इतिया मोय कोले मन जादो इतिया मो खान CSS Hindi teachers मो खान अनपेड हिंदी टीचर्स खान नागालैंड इतिया all total more than 3000 Hindi teachers asitia Nagaland de holibi tate itia mohan itia problems face kurina thaka khando 1379 de itia kuma murishe kuma manu khandole state budget jeise kina hona holibi ta mohan total 1340 teachers to itia salary na paigna problem to mohan day by day months by months mohan problem to face jaise to ane itia amani itia government ke aro department ke mohani to request korule mon jado ami khan 2000 age tv ami khan sob huni loise to ami khan 2012 pra hina ita tok ami khan salary to pending ina jai kana ami khan ita to 10 years ho jaise to ami khan bi rokhibole na pare as a teacher mo khan bi eta to mo khan la ita prestige manage korule maintain korule karne mo khan bi hala na kori kina eto public khan laga নহলি bi media te mo khan bi hala na kori na mon sal mo khan bi bear kori kina hise holi bi इतियातो मोहन भी रुखी बोले ना पड़ा हो जाइए मैं फैमिली ऐसे मोहन भी कपड़ा पड़ा तो पेट बांधेंगे ना जाना बच्चा खान की स्कूल ती बच्चा खान की एजुकेशन दिबो ना पारे वो इतो करने इतिया अपनी खान के डिपार्टमेंट खान के आरो मोहन लगा गवर्नमेंट खान के रिक्वेस्ट करा दो अमी खान लगा as soon as possible मोहन लगा इतो रेगुलर लगा मैटर तो साइड दिले भाल हो वो गुना अपनी खान की जनाई दिया ऐसे किला माने मोहन from the past 2-3 years back भी मोहन बिशी बार मीटिंग करी with our मोहनला सेंट्रल बॉडी लोगों थ्रू ताखान लोगों जाएगा ना मोहन मिनिस्टर खान नहले कोंबा डिपार्टमेंट खान ऑफिसर खान लोगों भी लोग करी होली भी इतना तक भी आमी खान लगा grievances तो ताखान तो solution तो इतना तो भी करी दिया ना आमी खान की assurance बिशी दीजिए अपनी खान इन्हें पाई जाओ अपनी खान हो जाओ रखी ताकि भी हाला ना करी भी ना कोना आमी खान की रोकाई दे तो आमी खान की voice create करू बोले ना दे तो आमी खान इमोन साल इमोन दिन दुख पाई ना थका दो आमी खान निजोर घर फैमिली ते दुख पाई ना आमी खान बही थका लगा इतना तो आमी खान भी बही बोले ना पारे ना ऐसा सिटीजन मोहन भी इतना तो voice होला वो दूसरा मानु खान की भी जाने बोले दिवो कोना मोहन वो कोथा होला दिया से इतना मोहन recently ना पा दो 2012 राहिना इतना तक मोहन ला पेंडिंग थकी से होली 2017 ने मोहन सेक्रेटरीट ऑफिस से मोहन एजिटेशन जाइए एक बार होली तो टाइम थी मोहन की को दो अपनी हाँ की इतना तो 2 months दे पीछे दे अपनी हाँ की सैलरी तो रिलीज करी दिवो कोना मोहन की एग्रीमेंट साइन बनाई से होली भी इतु भी इतना तक भी फुलफिल होना है और इतना तो दिस ईयर 2021 थी रिसेंटली इतना मोहन लास्ट ईयर दिस ईयर तो मोहन लॉकडाउन आही ना मोहन 24 जाने से ड्यू टू पेंडेमिक तो मोहन भी तो भी रूल्स भी फॉलो करे आछे होली भी मोहन इटा लॉकडाउन टाइम दे इटा फेज 1 फेज 2 फेज 3 फेज 4 इटा फेज 5 आरो आही जाइछे ऑलरेडी मोहन इतो तो डिक्लेयर होइना जानि जाइछे आरो फेज 5 तो आरो भी जाय आछे कंटिन्यूएशन आरो फेज 6 आइबो ना फेज 6 आइबो ना किते आइबो आमी हां को ना बारे तो माने मोरम करिना आमी हां हिज हिंदी टीचर खान की भी मोहन लगा अपॉइंटमेंट अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर अपॉइंटमेंट ऑर्डर मोहन की भी एता जस्टिस तो दी दिले भाला से को नाम इतु मोहन लगा ऑल द हिंदी टीचर्स लगा नाम प्रा मोइ तो कोइ दिया से थैंक यू
टीवी खान के विषय टैक्स जैसे आरो कोंचना मान हिंदी टीचर खान तो 10 इयर्स हुआ से तो पर मान सैलरी दिस ईयर ना पा दो 6 months रनिंग हुआ से तो मोहन भी बच्चा खान आसे आरो स्कूल तो प्राइवेट स्कूल ती होली भी गवर्नमेंट स्कूल होली भी की स्कूल होली भी फी तो मोहन तंखा ना पा कारण स्कूल तो तहान के फी ने दिबी को ने जुन होय इतो कारण डिपार्टमेंट कैन के रिक्वेस्ट करा दो मोरम करना मोहन भी टीचर मोहन ला काम के से तो हां दो मोहन भी सिंसियर ब्रो करे से जनरल टीचर ब्रो करांचना मोहन भी एक दिन भी स्कूल लॉकडाउन होइना थाकले भी मोहन भी ऑनलाइन दे से नले भी ऑनलाइन नोट्स खान तो पता से इतो कारण डिपार्टमेंट खान के रिक्वेस्ट करा दो मोरम करना मोहन ला सैलरी भी रिलीज कर दियो कना अपन खान के रिक्वेस्ट करे से थैंक यू
আজি नागालैंड टीवी हिंदी टीचर्स डिमापुर यूनिट लगले बुइना আছে আমি কান কিটা সাবো হিন্দি টিচার্স কান 2013 পৰা তাকান স্যালারি তো পেন্ডিং কৰিনা আহি আছে আৰু ইটো সালবি তান লাগা স্যালারি তো 6 months পেন্ডিং দি আছে তো আমি কান জাগেনা তাকান লাগা গ্রিভেন্সেস নলিবি তাকান লাগা এপিল দু কি আছে আমি কান সপন্দ শুনি লব
On August 16, the Department of Land Resources dispatched natural rubber sheets from Nagaland at Mirapani, Wokha to Delhi with additional Deputy Commissioner ADC Bandari Tiamaran Chang as special guest. According to a DIPR report, during the flagging of program, Tiamaran Chang lauded the efforts of the department for bringing recognition to Nagaland as a large-scale, high-quality natural rubber producing state. He also stated that besides bringing economic empowerment and development to the community of rubber growers, the state's revenue would also benefit if the government set up a streamlined mechanism to check and regulate the outflow of products. Meanwhile, District Project Officer Wokha Tepunol Yore said that the department supported rubber growers under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchaye Yojana watershed component. IWMP and NABARD funded RIDF tranches achieving an area of 6,806 hectare and covering 4,135 households in Wokha. A 3-day-long soccer tournament called 4-Man Soccer Challenge was held at Koregio School, Lere Colony, Kohima from 13th to 16th of August. While in conversation with one of the organizers, Renchamo Hamtsoi, he mentioned that they have taken the permission from the District Commissioner Office and have followed the SOPs given by the DC office. He added only 100 people were allowed to come inside. Children and old age people were not permitted entry.
Aji Amin ide NLTV than Larry de Gorgeous School de Ainaze ide football four-man soccer tournament jaze aru duita final match jaze Amin not one of the organizers tailot hota udi crew aru the organizer hudi sawo idu match to kina jaze brother apnila nam aru designation kuido
moila nam do rinchamo ase aru idu tournament do mon host korese aru moila sadik jundo le do tai station de nai to mujin bar organize korese.
So brother idu apni football organize kora idu first time ansala apni la past TV organize kori thakise
idu moila bus TV thakise aru
kiman times nisna apni kurina ja idu organizer idu organize kurina idu match tando
idu 3 times je mo organize korina
aru mon idu ida dikhain sam do government bra pandemic kani SOP thana maintenance number di dise aru tahanla mon ki follow grow lage subida induan dinaji do apni dan kina manage suna jase dai do ina time de
amembe idu SOP la do maintain korese to mon idu tournament nokhla agide tisi lo de mon permit lise to mon 3 karne idu tournament host korgane to talo de permit lugina mon idu host korese
aso to ide ina host kro do tahan iku kusra gune kiman manu ayu lage aro kun ayu lage aro kun ayu lage na iku tahan permission diam di tahan iku kusra gune restriction
taihan godo hole do 100 manula upor do nakuri guse aro bura buri bacha khan idon do ground de allowed nakuri guse to amengi tahan idui guse
aso to apni han science up to ina phala follow guna government la kotha na phala follow na ja ase dola ami bishi khushi aro apni la iku future plans asla na aro ina tournament han organize kurna chai thago bole
future plan do ase lui aro idu SOP tahan idu aro bichide free wina khulishe gule do aro tournament do organize korle bhabna do bishi ase aro ajigla no idu mona
I'm here with my camera person Kozo. This is Rabinang Lovong reporting for NLTV.
The Assam State Disaster Management Authority today issued a revised SOP for the state which starts from August 18, 5 a.m. onwards. Meanwhile, night curfew will start from 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. across the state. All business and commercial establishments to be open till 6 p.m. Inter-district movement of private vehicles and movement of people are allowed in all districts except Kanpur Metro, but public transport shall remain open. Physical classes to resume for final year students with both vaccination doses. Up to 50% of hall capacity are allowed for meetings or gatherings, while 25% for marriage or funeral program. However, cinema or theatre shall remain closed. Wearing of face mask is compulsory in all public places. Excise authority will take strong action against illegal production sale of country liquor in all districts. Other restrictions including declaration of containment zones etc. and exemptions are notified in the order of 9th August 2021 and shall continue to remain in force except those specifically modified by this order. The central government on Monday denied all allegation in the Pegasus controversy and said it is open to Supreme Court appointing a technical committee to inquire all aspects of the case. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta on behalf of the government to a bench of Chief Justice N.V. Ramana, Justices Surya Kant and Aniruddha Bose met an offer saying if the spyware was purchased by the center, he demands to know which agencies used it and for what purpose. Senior advocates Kapil Sibal and Rakesh Dwivedi appeared for some of the 10 PIL petitioners, dismissed the center's 2-page affidavit denying illegal snooping as an eyewash. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with the Indian contingent headed for the upcoming Tokyo Paralympics, which begins on August 24. In an effort to boost the confidence of the Paralympics athletes, PM Modi wished them luck and asked them to go ahead and express themselves at the showpiece event. During the interaction, Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur thanked PM Modi for extending his support to athletes across the country. According to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, as many as 54 para-athletes from across 9 sports disciplines will be heading Tokyo to represent the nation. Reportedly, this is India's biggest ever contingent to the Paralympic Games.
सभी खिलाड़ी साथियों, सारे कोचेज और विशेष रूप से अभिभावक, आपके माता पिता, आप सभी से बात करके मेरा विश्वास बढ़ गया है कि इस बार पैरालंपिक गेम्स में भी भारत नया इतिहास बनाने जा रहा है। मैं अपने सभी खिलाड़ियों को और सभी कोचेस को आपकी सफलता के लिए, देश की जीत के लिए ढेरों शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
4 persons killed after 2 trailer trucks caught fire following their collision on National Highway 8 in Rajasthan's Ajmer today. Police and fire brigade team rushed to the spot to douse the flame. As per the ground report, the flames of fire were about 30 feet high, reportedly. The 2 trailer trucks collided after one crossed the divider and hit another one that was approaching from the other side. A total of 5 people were on board in both the trucks. Further investigation is underway.
ये सूचना मिली थी कि आज सुबह 5:30 बजे 2 गाड़ियों में एक्सीडेंट हो गया, आग लगी है। इस मौके पे आया हूँ। 2 गाड़ियों में आग लगी हुई मिली, जिसको फायर ब्रिगेड मंगाकर आपको काबू पा लिया है, जिसमें ड्राइवर और खलासी की।
Accusing the UPA of trickery, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday said the Modi government was paying for the rupees 2.5 lakh crore liability of oil bonds. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said the United Progressive Alliance government under former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh had issued oil bonds or instruments in lieu of cash subsidy to oil marketing companies that are up for redemption now. Sitharaman maintained that she was not suggesting anything on changing the levies. The remark triggered a strong retort by the Congress, which accused the central of increasing taxes on auto fuel and pocketing rupees 4.5 lakh crore during the last fiscal year. Chief Minister of Nagaland, Shri Nefirio, released a special cover of India Post on Nagaland Mircha. In the presence of Shri Kaito Aye, Shri Munham Lumbo Kikon and Post General Northeast 2 Region Shri Som Kamye. The Naga Mircha was certified as geographically indications tagged to Nagaland in 2008. Chief Minister Rio took it to Twitter and thanked India Post Office for the initiative to release a special cover on the Naga Mircha. The Enforcement Directorate has issued fresh summons to former Maharashtra Home Minister Anil Deshmukh to appear before it on August 18 in connection with a money laundering case brought against him and others. The development comes a day after the Supreme Court refused interim protection to the 71-year-old NCP politician from any coercive action by the federal agency. Reportedly, this is the 5th such summon notice to Deshmukh. It has been issued under the provisions of the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA) as the agency wants to further record his statement in this case. Earlier, Deshmukh had skipped the last such appearances for questioning in the case, calling the ET action unjustified. His son Hrishikesh and wife too were summoned, and they also did not appear. India has reportedly 25,166 new COVID-19 cases and 437 deaths in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate now stands at 97.51%. A total of 36,830 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which bring the total recoveries to 3 crore. 14,48,754 across the country in the last 24 hours, with 3,69,846 active cases. Meanwhile, Nagaland records 29,151 COVID-19 cases, while 601 deaths. Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia, who arrived in Kerala with a team on Monday to review the COVID-19 situation in the state, announced a special package of Rs 267.35 crore for Kerala to strengthen its health infrastructure to fight the COVID-19 pandemic effectively. It was effectively sent to the state in the wake of a heavy virus caseload. The Union Minister met Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Health Minister Veena George and officials in the state capital. He also lauded Kerala for the steps it took against COVID-19 spread and called the state's healthcare system excellent. He also said that the Union government has assured all possible help to Kerala, including providing vaccines to the state. Later, the Kerala Public Relations Department (PRD) said that Mandavia assured that the Union government will take steps to provide the 1.11 crore vaccines urgently needed to combat COVID-19, as was requested by the Chief Minister. India beat England by 151 runs to take 1-0 lead in the 5-match test series at Lord's. Mohammad Siraj led the Indian attack as they pulled off an extraordinary win in dying stages of the game. On day 5 of the second test, Indian fast bowlers pulled off an incredible heist with a bat followed by a magnificent performance with the ball. England batsman Josh Buttler did his best to salvage a draw, but Mohammad Siraj's double wicket sealed the match for India. KL Rahul was adjudged as the man of the match for his century in the first innings. The third test will start from 25th August at Headingley in Leeds. India evacuated its embassy in Kabul this morning amid escalating humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan. A special Air Force flight is bringing back the envoy, along with other staff members and Indo-Tibetan border police troops. The evacuation operation has faced multiple challenges in the last 48 hours as Taliban returned to power in Afghanistan after 20 years. On Sunday, according to sources, an Indian Air Force C-17 aircraft has taken off from Kabul with more than 120 Indian officials in it. Minister of External Affairs spokesperson Anyodam Bakchi said due to the prevailing circumstances, it has been decided that Indian ambassador in Kabul and his Indian staff will move to India immediately. after being closed following a breakdown in security on the tarmac that interrupted evacuation operation, U.S. Major General Hank Taylor informed that the Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport has reopened today, Afghanistan time. U.S. General said it is their mission to make sure that it remain open so that they can continue expediting flights in and out. He further said 2,500 U.S. troops have reached Kabul to help with the evacuation of Americans and Afghan civilians. And their aim is to focus on maintaining security at HKIA to continue to expedite flight operations while safeguarding Americans and Afghan civilians. A government spokeswoman said on Monday that China is ready to deepen friendly and cooperative relations with Afghanistan after the Taliban seized control of the country. On Monday, China said it welcomed the chance to deepen ties with Afghanistan, a country that has for generations been coveted for its geostrategic importance by bigger powers. Beijing has sought to maintain unofficial ties with the Taliban throughout the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, which sparked an advance by the Islamist hardliners across the country that saw them capture the capital Kabul on Sunday. China shares a rugged 76-kilometer border with Afghanistan. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and U.S. State Department warned on Monday against travel to Turkey because of a rising number of COVID-19 cases in that nation, while eased its advisories for India. The Centers for Disease Control added Turkey to its level 4 very high COVID-19 level, while the State Department issued its parallel level 4 do not travel advisory. The CDC lowered India to level 2 moderate, while the State Department eased its India rating to level 2 exercise increased caution. The CDC currently lists more than 70 countries at its travel advisory rating. Dear viewers, that's all for today. For more updates and latest news, keep watching Nagaland TV.